In the beginning, I created the heavens and the earth. I created each living creature and breathed life into them. I watched as they roamed freely and explored the beauty of the world I had created for them. But as time went on, I noticed that they were not perfect beings. They made mistakes, they stumbled and fell, and they hurt each other. I saw the pain and suffering that these mistakes caused, and I knew that something needed to be done. I wanted to teach them how to learn from their mistakes, how to grow and evolve into better beings. So I decided to send messengers to guide them, to show them the way to redemption and forgiveness. One of my messengers was Moses, who led the Israelites out of Egypt and gave them the 10 Commandments to live by. Through his teachings, the Israelites learned that they must follow my laws and commandments in order to live a righteous and fulfilling life. They learned that by obeying my words, they could avoid the mistakes of their past and create a better future for themselves and their descendants. But even with the guidance of my messengers, the people continued to make mistakes. They strayed from the path I had set for them. They turned away from my teachings, and they fell back into sin. I watched as they suffered the consequences of their actions, as they faced wars, famine, and destruction. But through their suffering, they began to learn. They realized that their mistakes had led them astray, that they had strayed from the path of righteousness. They began to seek forgiveness and redemption, to ask for my guidance and help in overcoming their faults. And through their prayers and repentance, I forgave them and showed them the way back to me. One of the greatest lessons they learned was the power of forgiveness. They learned that no matter how many mistakes they had made, no matter how far they had strayed from me, I would always be there to welcome them back with open arms. They learned that by acknowledging their mistakes, by seeking forgiveness and redemption, they could be renewed and restored in my grace. Through their journey of learning from their mistakes, the people grew stronger and wiser. They began to live more virtuous and compassionate lives, to treat each other with kindness and respect. They learned that by learning from their mistakes, they could become better versions of themselves, closer to me and my divine plan for them. And so I continue to watch over them, to guide them on their journey of learning from their mistakes. I send messengers and prophets to show them the way, to remind them of my teachings and commandments. I offer them my forgiveness and love, no matter how many mistakes they make. For in the end, it is through our mistakes that we learn, that we grow, that we become the beings we were meant to be. And it is through my grace and mercy that we find redemption and forgiveness. So, let us all learn from our mistakes, seek forgiveness and redemption, and walk the path of righteousness together, hand in hand with me, our Creator and Guide. Learning from mistakes is a crucial aspect of personal and professional development. It is through mistakes that we gain valuable experience and grow as individuals. While making mistakes can be uncomfortable and challenging, it is important to recognize the lessons they can teach us and how they can ultimately contribute to our success. One of the most important aspects of learning from mistakes is the ability to take responsibility for them. It is easy to blame others or external circumstances for our errors, but true growth comes from acknowledging our own role in the situation. By accepting responsibility for our mistakes, we empower ourselves to learn from them and make positive changes moving forward. Furthermore, it is important to approach mistakes with a growth mindset. Instead of seeing them as failures, we should view them as opportunities for growth and improvement. Mistakes are inevitable in life, and it is how we respond to them that truly matters. By adopting a growth mindset, we can turn our mistakes into stepping stones towards success. Learning from mistakes also requires reflection and self-awareness. It is important to take the time to analyze what went wrong and why, so that we can avoid making the same mistake in the future. This self-reflection allows us to identify areas for improvement and make positive changes to our behavior and decision-making processes. In addition, seeking feedback from others can be helpful in learning from mistakes. By listening to the perspectives of others, we can gain valuable insights and alternative viewpoints that can help us better understand the situation and learn from our mistakes. Constructive feedback can provide us with valuable information that we may have overlooked on our own. Moreover, it is important to use mistakes as a catalyst for growth and change. Instead of dwelling on our errors, we should focus on how we can learn from them and make improvements in the future. By turning our mistakes into opportunities for growth, we can develop resilience and adaptability that will serve us well in all aspects of our lives. Learning from mistakes is also about being open to experimentation and taking risks. It is through trial and error that we discover what works and what doesn't, and we can use this information to make better decisions in the future. Embracing mistakes as a natural part of the learning process allows us to take more risks and try new things, ultimately leading to greater innovation and success. Furthermore, learning from mistakes requires a willingness to learn from others and seek out new perspectives. By collaborating with others and learning from their experiences, we can gain valuable insights that can help us avoid making the same mistakes they did. Building a network of mentors and colleagues who can provide guidance and support can help us navigate challenges and learn from our mistakes more effectively. Ultimately, learning from mistakes is about creating a culture of continuous improvement and growth. By embracing our mistakes and using them as opportunities for learning and growth, we can develop resilience, adaptability, and emotional intelligence that will serve us well in all aspects of our lives. It is through our mistakes that we can ultimately become better individuals and achieve greater success in